What's the difference between an amateur and a professional? And which one are you? Hey everybody, Bill Stainton here with Producing Results. And today I want to talk with you about the difference between an amateur and a professional. Now you've probably seen somebody who's just learning how to play the piano. Maybe it's a child taking their first piano lessons. Maybe it's an adult who's decided to finally master this thing, figure this piano thing out. And if you've seen that, you've probably seen them working on a piece and they're struggling and trying to get the notes right and trying to read the music and everything until finally one day they get to the point where they can proudly say, I made it all the way through, you know where I'm going with this, without making a single mistake. I made it all the way through without making a single mistake. And that's the point that separates the amateur from the professional. Because see, that's the point where the amateur stops. That's the point where the amateur thinks their job is done. I can play all the notes in the right order without making a mistake. But for the professional, that's just the price of entry. That's when the real work begins, because the professional knows that there's a difference between playing notes and making music. So how does this apply to you? Because the chances are you're probably not a concert piano player. If you are, good for you, very cool. But in your business, in your job, in your career, are you content to just play the notes? In other words, have you kind of figured out how to do what you do for a living? You've kind of figured out the job. And now that's pretty much where you stay. Okay, I've got it down, I've figured it out. Or do you think, okay, that's the beginning. Now, how do I take that and go even further? How do I go from playing notes in my career, in my business, with my customers, with my products, with my services? How do I go from just playing notes to actually making music? What can I add? What can I keep learning? Are you continuing to work in your field? Are you continuing to learn more and more about how to do what you do even better and better and better? Are you making music or are you just playing notes? Are you a professional or are you an amateur? I would suggest that you get to the point where you can play the notes and then you keep going. Don't settle for just playing the notes. Make music in your business, in your career, in your job, with your team. Make music as a leader. And now go out there and produce great results today.